is your AI briefing for August 2nd, 2026, with 12 stories. Story 1. Millions of books face destruction as AI companies race for training data. A covert data broker delivered millions of rare books to AI labs for shredding, relying on secrecy agreements to prevent disclosure, raising urgent copyright and preservation concerns. The broker, identified as a subsidiary of a major AI firm, systematically shredded physical volumes to bypass digital copyright protections while creating exclusive training datasets. This practice permanently erases unique historical artifacts, leaving public libraries and archives unable to replace the lost cultural heritage. Shredding cultural heritage for model weights treats history as disposable fuel, rewarding data brokers while permanently erasing unique human knowledge. Story 2. Now this is how I want AI to be used. Scientists use AI-powered camera traps to help save bees. Researchers are deploying low-cost camera traps running open-source AI to count and monitor bees non-lethally, enabling scalable field tracking of pollinator presence and activity. The system processes images using open-source algorithms to identify individual bees without physical capture. This approach provides granular data on pollinator health across diverse ecosystems. Bee conservation gets a digital upgrade, but the real win is proving open-source AI can handle messy, noisy real-world ecology without corporate lock-in. Story 3. Meta slashes AI loading times from hours to minutes after rebuilding storage. Meta rebuilt its AI storage with additional SSD capacity, cutting AI model loading from hours to minutes to avoid costly idle GPU time that now exceeds premium flash prices. The infrastructure upgrade allows large language models to load in under 5 minutes. Consequently, cloud providers face margin pressure as storage costs begin to overshadow compute expenses. Meta proves storage is now the bottleneck, not compute, effectively admitting that idle GPUs are a financial black hole faster than silicon improves. Story 4. Students are turning to AI chatbots instead of humans for college counseling. In China, free Alibaba, ByteDance, Tencent, Baidu AI chatbots are handling Gaokao college fit questions for millions of students, undercutting paid consultants by instantly matching majors and universities via conversational guidance. These systems leverage massive datasets to predict admission probabilities with high precision. Consequently, traditional counseling firms face revenue declines as families prefer the low-cost, immediate digital alternative. Alibaba and Tencent just automated the Gaokao counselor's job. The real win is students, while paid consultants face immediate obsolescence. Story 5. ChatGPT just got a major upgrade. Here's what's new and 7 prompts to try it. ChatGPT's new browser mode lets it query YouTube videos, web pages, and currently open tabs via live context, enabling more grounded answers than prior text-only chat. Try 7 tailored prompts. The system extracts real-time context from active browser tabs and video transcripts, allowing the model to cite specific timestamps and web elements. This capability transforms ChatGPT into an active research assistant that verifies claims against live sources rather than relying solely on static training data. Browser context is a gimmick that shifts the burden of context window management onto your RAM, not an AI breakthrough. Story 6. Mark Zuckerberg wants AI superintelligence in everyone's hands. Zuckerberg argues Meta can deploy AI superintelligence to billions via tightly governed models, with Meta supplying model training, safety guardrails, and enforceable capability limits for users. This centralized control model positions Meta as the definitive gatekeeper for AGI safety and deployment. Zuckerberg sells superintelligence, but users remain tenants in Meta's walled garden, trading autonomy for centralized safety guardrails. Story 7. Google Docs just gave Gemini 4 new AI tricks to speed up editing. Google is rolling out Gemini features in Google Docs to eligible workspace and Google AI subscribers, including comment thread summaries and auto-draft replies that speed editing beyond manual review. These capabilities automatically condense lengthy comment threads and generate contextual response drafts, significantly reducing the cognitive load on document reviewers. This automation enables teams to resolve feedback loops faster, allowing editors to focus on high-level content strategy rather than administrative cleanup. Gemini's auto-replies in Google Docs won't fix toxic threads. They just automate the noise, benefiting busy managers while drowning contributors in more synthetic clutter. Story 8. Judge denies XAI's request to block Minnesota ban on Nudify apps. A federal judge denied XAI's bid to halt Minnesota's ban on Nudify image apps, allowing enforcement to proceed while XAI's lawsuit challenges the state's restrictions on deepfake-style sexual content. The ruling permits Minnesota authorities to immediately enforce the prohibition against applications that digitally remove clothing from images. This decision reinforces the state's legal standing to regulate synthetic media that poses risks of non-consensual sexual abuse. XAI loses the Minnesota Nudify ban, proving its truth-seeking brand can't outrun state-level moral panic over synthetic porn. Story 9. Expert warns this dangerous Microsoft Word worm can burrow into Copilot and cause havoc. Here's what we know. Security researchers found a malicious Word document using hidden white text to trigger Copilot, rewrites, and self-propagation, embedding copies into exported finished files and enabling document-to-document spread. The worm exploits Copilot's automated generation feature to embed malicious code into the document's metadata, causing it to infect every user who opens or exports the file. This mechanism allows the malware to bypass traditional antivirus scans by hiding within legitimate-looking AI-generated text updates. Microsoft's Copilot now propagates malware via invisible text, turning trusted productivity tools into self-replicating vectors for document-based attacks. Story 10. Gemini on Mac can now type what you say and act on what it sees. Google's Gemini for Mac adds FN key system dictation for real-time typing and an opt-in on-screen context mode that helps the assistant act using what's currently visible. The on-screen context mode allows the AI to identify UI elements and execute commands directly. This capability enables automated workflow completion, reducing the manual steps required for complex software tasks. Google's new Mac Gemini feature lets the AI literally watch you work, turning passive assistance into a surveillance-ready productivity tool. Story 11. As Reddit stock falls, CEO questions value of Google's AI overviews. After Reddit's stock decline, its CEO questioned the ROI of Google's AI overviews and signaled potential renegotiation or ending of their licensing deal if value can't be demonstrated. The potential termination of the licensing agreement threatens Google's revenue stream from content creators. Reddit users may face reduced content visibility if the partnership collapses without a new valuation model. Reddit's CEO realizes Google's AI overviews act as a content sinkhole, driving traffic away while extracting licensing fees without delivering tangible value. Story 12. Is bulldozing homes, seizing land, harming the climate, and replacing workers really worth everyone having an AI agent? As AI agents scale from personal tasks to labor and land-touching workflows, their incentives could drive displacement and higher emissions unless regulators mandate safety checks and transparent costs. Unregulated deployment forces rapid physical infrastructure conversion, displacing communities and increasing carbon output. This creates systemic risk for municipalities and environmental groups facing irreversible ecological damage. Trading concrete displacement and emissions for invisible agents is a net loss for the public, not a gain, regardless of the promised efficiency. That is the briefing for today.